The bullion heist, the shadow gold reserve. The true map of global power is written in the weight of physical bullion, because while the public is fed the lie of paper wealth, the sovereign elite are executing the largest physical asset grab in human history. You must understand that the sovereign wealth being hoarded in the vaults of the BIS and the secret bunkers under Zurich is not just money, it is the only hard capital that survived the last 500 years of financial collapses. The audit of the shadow ledger reveals that while the Federal Reserve devalues the dollar, they are quietly blocking the audit of Fort Knox because the gold is no longer there. It has been leased and rehypothecated into the hands of private banking dynasties to back their own sovereign reserves. This is a deliberate institutional bank run where the masters of the system are draining the world's physical gold supply to ensure that when the fire paper burns, they are the only ones holding the fireproof assets. Every bar of gold moved into a private shadow vault is a tactical strike against your financial sovereignty, turning your life savings into unsecured debt. While the elite secure their bloodlines with undeletable, untaxable, and untraceable physical sovereignty. Section 2. Any feudalism, the global land foreclosure beyond the gold. The shadow ledger is being filled with the titles to the earth itself, as private equity giants and sovereign wealth funds liquidate their paper positions to buy up every acre of fertile soil and every freshwater aquifer on the planet. This is neo-feudalism, a calculated financial colonization where the concept of private property is being deleted for the masses and consolidated for the 1%. Look at the deeds from the massive farmland acquisitions in the US, Midwest to the water rights grabs in South America. The sovereign elite are building a physical monopoly on survival. By the time you realize your currency is worthless, the elites will own the food you eat, the water you drink, and the ground you stand on, effectively turning the entire human population into permanent tenants of a corporate state machine. This is the ultimate hard asset audit. If you don't own the productive earth, you don't own your future. And the shadow ledger shows that the window for private land ownership is being slammed shut by those who intend to rent the world back to you at a price you can never afford. Section 3. The off-grid reserves, the ghost capital, the most dangerous secret of sovereign wealth is the existence of ghost capital, trillions of dollars in hard assets that exist entirely outside the banking nodes, hidden in free ports and non-jurisdictional vaults where the laws of the common man do not apply. These are the shadow reservoirs of the world's oldest banking family's assets that are never reported, never taxed, and never audited by any government agency. This off-grid liquidity is what allows the elite to manipulate markets from the shadows, using physical collateral to crush retail investors who are trapped in the paper matrix. The sovereign vault is not just a place. It is a parallel financial reality where wealth is measured in direct ownership and physical possession, far away from the counterparty risk that defines the life of every ordinary citizen. If your wealth is just a digital permission in a bank's ledger, you are not wealthy, you are merely a custodian of a lie that will be liquidated the moment the shadow ledger requires more collateral. Section 4. The bloodline exits secure the legacy. The final audit of Pillar 3 is the bloodline exit strategy, where we reveal that the elite never save money, they capture resources. The strategy is simple. Move every cent of liquid paper into sovereign hard assets before the systemic door locks. This is why the world's billionaires are building underground fortresses and buying islands. They are not hiding from a crisis. They are securing the ledger of their own private empires. The sovereign wealth model dictates that real power is invisible to the system, but physical in the hand. To survive the coming great liquidation, you must stop being a consumer of debt and start being an auditor of assets, moving your capital into the only things that the system cannot print, cannot delete, and cannot replicate. The map of wealth is being finished. The shadow vaults are being sealed. And the only question left is, do you own the physical reality, or are you just holding a paper receipt for a world that no longer exists? Welcome to the sovereign truth. Welcome to the final audit of capital.